I've been subscribing to Apple TV and Apple Music HD for the spatial audio. I just read in the forums that here in the last few days, Atmos or spatial audio came to Amazon's music service. But I think the negative is you have to have a Cube 3. Which I don't have. I have like 4 of these things in my house, but they're all Fire Sticks.
Right.
So
you got to buy the Cube.
Yeah,
the Fire Stick Cube, I guess, is what they call it, or is that something different than a Cube 3?
It's a Fire Cube. So instead of being like a stick of gum, it's like a little, almost like Apple TV. It's like a cube.
Yeah, it's a big square.
Why are there so many devices?
Exactly. Why are they so proprietary? You can't. They have to be able to put it on the Fire Stick. So I'm hoping it'll come in a future patch, or maybe they just want you to. The Cube is the more expensive model. They might want you to upgrade. Yada yada. Yeah. But if anyone, I know there's kind of a, at least in the Kansas City group, everyone's kind of like, I have to buy an Apple to get spatial audio. Not anymore. Maybe. At least that's what we're hearing.
I'm going to wait for you to try it, and then I will come behind you.
There's 2 confirmations of it in that thread where they're talking about we want that from Amazon Music. So I think it's probably legit.
Yeah.
People, the same guys that couldn't get it before, it said it was an update and all of a sudden it works.
I mean, why can't just one be really good at everything? Why do they have to suck so much at different things?
Mike says the Cube is so much better. Way more responsive, lots more processing power, which makes sense. And think about this. They've got to make, I'm assuming they're different price points.
Yes.
You know,
yeah.
So one's probably $30. What's the Cube? 80?
I think that's about right. There's a couple different versions, but yeah.
A lot of people aren't, I mean, think about the casual viewer. The casual viewer.
But I don't want to think about the casual viewer, Michael. I don't care about the casual viewer.
You're way outside the norm, man. We are not normal, guys.
I know, but that's why I can dunk on him, because nobody here is the casual viewer.
So, well, then why is Jonathan rocking these Fire Stick TVs?
I got 4 of them.
I think the Fire Stick TV is fine for like a TV that we recognize that doesn't need it, because I'm not going to spend that money. Yeah. But why can't we have an expensive device that just works?
I don't know, man.
With everything. Like, why does the Apple TV have this problem with YouTube? Why can't the Apple TV pass through full audio? Like, why?
To be fair, I think Apple's been pretty good about updates, and so if you complain about it to the right people, you might get someone to fix that.
Yeah,
it's just
the hardware's there.
Yeah,
Tommy says he's a antenna for life, man.
Well, you get a better picture that way.
Less complicated, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, I don't know about less complicated. You can tear your hair out trying to get a good signal.
You just gotta, like, I don't know.
Putting it on the roof. My wife just watches me fall through the window, just Chevy Chase style, falls down.
No lie, man. Growing up, my dad had this massive, I mean, we're talking 12-foot antenna on top of our roof, man. It was crazy.
Was that one of the bird catchers? The dishes?
Well, we had that too. We had satellite at one time, but before that, we had like literal antenna up there. And sometimes the TV wasn't real good, so I'd climb up on the roof and I'd spin that thing around a little bit and adjust.
It's a wonder we're all still alive.
Yeah, I didn't.
With what our parents did.
Yeah, we didn't have the.
Hey, Michael,
cell phone.
Go climb on the roof and fix the TV. Instead of having us go up and push a power button, Michael's parents are having him climb on the mother trucking roof to fix the signal. If only CPS was around during those times, man.
They would have.
So why were you taken away from your parents? Oh, they had me climb on the roof to fix their TV while they were eating their TV dinner.
That's hilarious.
I'm sure your parents are amazing people.
They were all right. They was good.
They were all right.
Did it have one of those little boxes that you turn like north or southwest, and it was supposed to be automatic that broke, or did it just not have that?
Honestly, that part I don't remember. I remember our satellite dish would move, but that was inside. You'd change it with a remote, and it had a motor on it. But I remember specifically we had this big antenna. This was when I was quite a bit younger, probably even younger than teenage years. So I was probably 10. On my roof. But it was a big pole. It was cool because there was a big pole that went right up the side of the house, so I could kind of straddle the pole,
they talk about paint chips and living under power lines, and here's Michael up there on the antenna.
Dude, I was killing it, man.
It's all right. My dad had me hold a screwdriver against my battery while he started his truck sometimes, so it's a wonder why I'm not dead.
Sorry to take us off topic with the
sometimes the deviations are the best part.
Did that answer your question, Jonathan?
Well, I'd just like to see if we have anybody in the chat that can try it with their Fire devices and see if, for instance, someone was saying he thought he had it in the Fire Max, and later he came back and said, no, it's not working. And that's kind of the thing, right? In these threads, a lot of people are like, I got Atmos. Well, how do you know? Yeah.
Well, I'd be curious to know if it works through a PC and if you could stream it in that way too, or if it has to come through a cube.
Valid question. But then you find out, later that they didn't actually have Atmos. It was a surround up mixer, and they're just green, and they didn't realize it's not Atmos.
Yep.
You can look at your incoming signal. If you got a Denim Ranch, you hit the info button. It'll tell you if it's coming in as Dolby Atmos. It should light up the LCD screen if you can see that from your seat if it's Dolby Atmos. Just because you hear sound there doesn't mean it's true Atmos.